Welcome to Leaning Towards Six Sigma, my YouTube channel. In this blog, what I'm going to share is about the Ford story, especially the Model T car. It was very popular and famous, stories. People talk about it to drive home the point of mass production, volume business, and whatever the manufacturer produces, the customer had to take it. So many stories about it. Very interesting facts we are going to look at it. So why Ford named Model T? Very interesting. In fact, the very first car, 1903, it was Model A. That was the code name given, and then series of models, Model A to Model S, over a period of 2 decades. And in fact, 20 models in all were included ends with Model T. And 15 million Model T Ford left the assembly line on May 26th, 1927. Very interesting. Later, he produced as much as volume in order to meet the customer requirement. Mass production, in fact, because of the moving assembly line. So he only brought the moving assembly line. In fact, it was famously known as Ford. In fact, understood this moving assembly line from a butcher factory, and how the animal is cut, and every station is doing very specific job, and each of them they do very specific work tasks, and the animal is cut and moves to the next stage. Finally it gets packed. So he got inspired and then he brought the moving assembly line. So which means if the manufacturing practice or service practice, if you define and the best practice is applicable across all the value chains, that's what the application is all about. And Ford stopped at Model T, then moving on to Model U. In fact, he stopped at that. From the continuous improvement angle, this is the best example. In fact, as a quality professional, we always start with an example of the Ford manufacturing company, the assembly line, moving assembly line, mass production, and all those examples, how it worked at that point. And famously, Ford said, you can ask for any color as long as it is black, and customer had to take it, and so on and so forth. Just to set the context, be it a manufacturing company or a service company, this example is always is very handy, and we can drive home the point of the production assembly line. And for continuous improvement also, how I looked at it, I just picked up from the history, nothing I have added. 1909 to 1914, the kind of model he produced, and then 1915 to 16 with certain additions, and 17 to 23 you can see, and some more additions, and then 23 to 25 and 26 to 27. Continuously, relentlessly, he was perfecting the model at that point available and the technology available. But this is the best example I could relate it, till now, even now, the continuous improvement. Also, even now, many manufacturing companies are facing the same challenge as Ford faced in terms of throughput. How can we produce faster? How can we, from the material to the product, how can we reduce the lead time? Whatever challenges Ford faced, the same challenges still exist for a variety of reasons. So this example perfectly fitting in how to make continuous improvement relentlessly. Before even Toyota, this example, Ford has brought this and contributed to the quality world. So what is the takeaway here is the focusing on a product which is continuously improving its process, which helps the product to roll out, and the technology for continuous improvement is the key for sustaining the business. The technology, when you say, is a manufacturing technology or any other technology which is applicable. So sustaining for continuous improvement to happen. Ford not only impacted automobile, in fact, many of this example as a consultant, as a professional, when I look at it, it's applicable across various industries. It's not only for a particular car manufacturing company. That's the learning Ford has given to the world. Thank you for your time. Until we meet with another interesting vlog, please keep exploring, leaning towards Six Sigma. Please subscribe the channel for updates. Thank you so much.